All right, it's 20 after 9. I hear rushing water ahead of me, and I think I'm just about to the first portage on the river, my second of the day. It's a 165 meter, and it should be coming up on my left side, but you never know out here. So pretty. And there's the portage. Beautiful. Some logs blocking my way here, but not too bad. Nothing like the last access, so that's okay. And off we go. Alright, up we go. 165 meter. Looks like a nice portage. Skeptical. I was walking and I already see the opening. Oh wow. I don't think that was 165 meters. Just maybe 100 meters. Not complaining. It's awesome. But it's funny. Okay. Not really the best access, but I'll figure it out. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. It's 9:45. I'm back on the water. That's number 2 out of 6 portages done. And this next section says the water's going to be shallow. And then there's another portage. I think it's a 2:45. Hopefully I get through this section and everything's all hunky-dory. I'm just going through a section of the river here where it says that it's really shallow. I'm not having any problems getting through. I'm actually just in it like right now. So hopefully that's a good indication of things to come. Guess we'll see. Well, it's 10 o'clock and I once again hear the shushing of water somewhere ahead of me. I am getting close to the 245 meter portage. Well, it kind of looks like that's the portage in front of me, but I'm not quite at the portage. Not sure if it's been extended to include this obstruction or what that is. It's not marked as a portage. I feel like that's maybe where I should be going. It's pretty obvious that's a portage. And I see axe blazes everywhere. So maybe this one's a little bit more than 245. I don't want to go look just because I'm curious. That's why I'm out here. Yeah, a bunch of axe blazes on the tree, very, very old ones. It's really pretty. I'm glad I came to take a look because I wouldn't have been able to see this otherwise. So I don't know if this is going to be an extra portage or if this just links to the 245. I guess I'll find out. Alrighty, here I am. Interesting access here. So actually doesn't look so crazy. Not bad at all compared to some of the other ones. Off we go, portage number 3. Well, according to the GPS, I am on the 245 now. I was starting to walk when I got here and I'm like, oh, I hope this isn't just a little stretch and then I have to get back in the boat and then get back out and do another portage. Hopefully it's just one long one. And it is. I mean, 245 isn't long, but it's maybe an extra 100 meters or so. 150, I can't really tell anymore. There was a big hill and it winded me. It's I think that's the first big hill I've done since I left on Thursday night, so not that the portages have been easy by any means, but most of them have been pretty level, you know, rocky or whatever, but fairly good. This is a good portage too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great portage. Just had a big hill in it, that's all. Fun everywhere I look. It's too soon to go in here. No, I guess not. Alrighty, good stuff. Alright, that wasn't as bad as it looked, but it's always worse with the canoe. So I'm going to follow the green dots over to the orange dots, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put the canoe. I found a kind of a little spot where I can put it, and then I'll have to kind of wrangle it out of there and push it up that rapid a little bit. Pretty decent portage, really no issues. There's a tree down that I have to kind of go around, but it looks like there's enough room to get the boat through walking around it. Other than that, it's pretty good. A couple boulder gardens here and there, and the ones at the end that you just saw, but it's not too bad. These ones aren't bad because the rocks have been there for so long and they're embedded, and there's like spaces to step in between them. Really pretty. So it makes it a lot easier when you can step in between them and not have to walk on them. So I'm just about back at the canoe. It took me 20 minutes to go and come back, so 10 minutes each way. It's a little more than a 245, especially because it's not that difficult. It takes me 10 minutes to do a 500 meter, so I would say it's maybe closer to 4-ish. All right, well, that was a bit of a slog. When you're walking on rocks like that, your balance is already kind of compromised, and then when you add a canoe to that, that doesn't help. But when a wind gust comes up and tries to take the canoe, you can lose your balance quite easily. I fell about maybe 30 feet from where my bag and stuff was. Not fell really, just kind of lost my balance, and I chose to put the canoe down very quickly in a haphazardly way, but I made it out. And now I am on the water again. So I'm gonna paddle for a bit on the river, Gray's River, which is what I've been paddling on this whole time. And then there's going to be a cutoff to a portage that is like 3,000 meters or something like that going into Makobi. I am not doing that portage. I am going to fight the shallow waters of gray mud instead, and hopefully I can get through okay. Just as I'm paddling through the river, the wind has decided to pick up like crazy, and I'm paddling with all my might in these big, huge wind gusts coming through the waterway here. Well, it's 11 o'clock, and I am making my way very slowly through Gray's River here towards Gray Mud Lake. I feel like this is probably going to be my next couple of hours of paddling. Hopefully this is the worst of it. Gray mud is the one that's supposed to be shallow, not here. So I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, this wind is doing a number on me here. I'm struggling, but I just got out of the lily pad swamp and I got into a bit deeper water. When I say deeper, it's maybe 1.5 to 2 feet. But it's better than what I was paddling in. And again, I'm not in gray mud yet, and that's the part that's supposed to be very shallow. Alright, I'm just entering the smaller waterway. And bit of a beaver dam here. Not too much, nothing crazy. I don't think I have to go this way now that I'm... Alright, a little bit of gymnastics, get out of here. The waterway's a lot wider than I thought it was going to be, so that's good. Well, the wind's died down a little tiny bit, so taking this opportunity to eat my granola bar. I can't stop paddling for too long or I get blown back. But a nice little reprieve when I got into this tinier waterway. And now the wind has subsided, so May wedge, grateful for that. And we continue moving forward. Slowly but surely we'll get there. I'm just making my way through the river. The wind gusts have been coming and going. Right now they are going, so I'm happy about that. I think there was a forest fire in this area. It's kind of like when I got onto Makobi on that one trip where I went through the forest fire area. It was like one side of the lake was all dead, like this right here on the right. And then the other side was all lush and green. That's what it looks like here. I'm getting very close to the 3,200 meter portage entrance. It should be coming up on my left soon. And then paddle a little bit further, and then I am in Gray Mud Lake. All of the trees in front of me are all burnt up on both sides of the river now. Crazy. I really hope I don't have to go through that portage, because I can't even imagine. If it's starting here, it's going to be pretty brutal. And it's a 3K, 3,100 meters and something. Alright, here's a quick pan. Trees, forest fire area. Same with this side. On we go. Onward and upward, right? Alright, I believe I am technically in the south end of Gray Mud Lake now. And I have about 2-ish kilometers, maybe not quite that much, to paddle through. And the water's good here, but you can see up ahead I've got lily pads and swampy looking sections again, like what I've been paddling through, so hopefully it's not too bad. Well, I'm starting to lose a bit of my anxiety. I seem to be getting through okay here so far. I've been through lakes this shallow before, and I've always made it to the other side, so just hoping this is another one of those cases. Oh, it's 10 to 12. This feels much later than that. Making my way through Gray Mud still. I think I got about a kilometer left to go, maybe just a little bit more till I get to the portage. The water has gotten a tiny bit deeper, so now we're looking at just a little over a foot maybe, and it looks like it's a little more promising ahead. The wind has been interesting. It'll just gust out of nowhere, and then I won't see or hear it for like 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden this really strong gust will come and just like, this, just like be super strong, try to blow me backwards, and those are tough. But other than that, really, I can't complain. I mean, there's water in the lake that I didn't know if there would be. I seem to be able to traverse it. Hopefully, I'm not all the way through yet, but hopefully I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, and I saw 2 moose this morning, so I really can't say too much. Alright, well, it's after 12, and the portage wasn't as close as I thought. I zoomed the map open, and still got a little ways to go, and of course the water has gotten really shallow here before that. So my map actually says there's an obstruction here, and there's another one just before the portage, again, just like the other one said. So I don't know. I kind of want to head to the right because the portage is on the right side, but the water is super shallow here, and I don't know if that's going to be a mistake. About 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches of water. It is sucky muck, so I guess if we stuck a ruler down there it would be a little more deeper, because it would actually, uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay, it's alright, I see openness right in front of me. It's only the second time we've gotten stuck on the lake so far. I'm quite happy with that. I thought it was going to be like, I'm just going to spend hours and hours in here trying to get out. Although I'm not out of it yet, so I should probably not say too much. Alright, things are not looking too good here. I'm into maybe 6 inches of water, and still don't see the portage. It's not that far, but it just doesn't seem like I'm getting any closer, because I'm barely moving here. I believe it's off to the right here somewhere in the corner of the lake, which would make sense. And then somehow the water gets deeper and I can't even barely see the bottom here. It's got to be 6 feet, maybe more. And I believe the portage is up ahead. I still don't see a sign, but I know it's up here in this corner somewhere, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. According to the map, there's an obstruction just before the portage, and I hear rushing water. So, pretty sure I'm close. Just like paddling along. Oh, and there's the yellow sign. Oh man. Happy to see you, buddy. I'm not happy with what you're in front of. That doesn't look like a very nice access, but I'm happy to see you. Here's what I'm going around. And there's the portage. Oh, this is a gem. I think a bunch of trees fell down here. Hopefully it clears up, because I don't even know where it goes. All right, the canoe's over there somewhere. Yeah, I was right. This is the part of the portage has gotten blocked because this tree went down. And as soon as I came around the corner, there's a piece of flagging tape. And it looks like this is the trail. Not that it's wonderful, but at least there is a trail and I can see it. And hopefully it's not too crazy. Look at how overgrown this is. Nobody's been through here in a while. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of trail clearing here. And then I'll be back. It's only 100 meters. So it's the little ones that kick your butt, especially here in Temagami. Okay, I can see it. At least I can see the trail. Okay, here we go. I'll be back. That was not fun. It was like the forest fire portage that I did on the Makobi Loop a couple years ago. It's bad. It's super overgrown. There's carnage everywhere. There's 3 trees I had to climb over. 2 of them are pretty high up. Should be fun to get the canoe through there. Yeah, it's gonna be a slog. I'm gonna go clear a bunch of stuff on my way back through. I already did a bunch while I was walking with the pack, but there's a lot of stuff. There are these really pretty purple flowers that I don't know if I've seen them before, but they're really nice. I'll show you some on the way back. Okay, I'm gonna go get my boat somehow and bring it over here somehow. Wish me luck. Cleaned it up a bit. I don't think anybody's done this portage in quite some time because look at this, like it's so full. Oh, hello blueberries. All right, I cleared a pretty good path here. This was all blocked, you couldn't see anything. So that's good. I'm just gorging on blueberries here. You can literally pick like so many of them just at once because there's so many and they're so big and they're all ripe and beautiful big fat blueberries. So that's my reward. Here's the second tree that I had to climb over. I have to just put the canoe down somehow and get over it, and the rest of the way I still have to do. All right, well, it's a lot of time spent for a 100-meter portage, but I've cleared the trail up quite a bit. It's a lot easier to see now, and hopefully I won't trip and fall. And I just have to get the canoe. I'm sorry, beautiful pink flowers, but I don't want to trip. See, there's stuff like this hiding, and then if you step there and there's a flower over top of it, you don't see it. You hook your leg on there, you go flying. So, oh, there's the boat. Okay. Much, much better. I feel a lot better about this now. If you can't beat them, join them. I don't know. I got the canoe out here. I went to turn that last corner and the trees would not let me. It was stuck on the front, it was stuck on the back. I was just wedged. So I had to put the boat down. I had to pull it through the rest of the way here. Not good. I was gonna grab my Snickers bar, and then I thought, you know what, it's 10 after 1. I'm just gonna have lunch. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I only have 2 portages left and some paddling to do, but by the time I get to camp, who knows what time it'll be. So just pulled out my prosciutto from yesterday, some cheese, and some of those cracker things I had, along with some ha moo. I don't have access to my cutlery. I can get it out, I know where it is, but just grab my little pocket knife to use to cut the cheese, and I'm just gonna sit here and have a rest. I'll see you in a bit. All right, well, it is 20 after 1 and I am pooped. I feel better though. I ate all that prosciutto. I just had a couple of slices of cheese with it. I didn't even touch the crackers. However, I got out my Snickers. I got a bit of paddling to do, and then I still have a 170 and an 85 meter to get into Gray's Lake. According to the map, I am now back on Gray's River, and looks pretty good from here, except that everything is dead here. Forest fire definitely came through here and just destroyed all these trees, which is really sad. I totally forgot about that when I was coming through here. I just knew that like the Macoby Lake area got nailed, but I guess technically this is right along that path. That 3,000 meter portage, that's where that goes into. So I guess the fire came all the way across here. All right, I'm just paddling through the river here and getting closer to the portage. I see a bunch of boulder gardens up ahead, and I'm just like, please, please don't let it be the whole boulder garden portage. I just couldn't handle that right now. There's all these white, I don't know if you can see them, like little white butterflies or moths. I'm not sure what they are, but they're just everywhere. All over the boat, me, just flying around all over. I'm literally just sitting here in the water, afraid to go. We got boulders and fire burn area. I'm scared. I hope this isn't another shit show. Only one way to find out. Let's go. There's the boat. I got it up through here. And there's my bag. I'm gonna throw my bag on and make my way, and hopefully it's not too hard to get to the other side and I don't die. I made it to the other end. It's bad. It's not as bad as the other one, but it's bad. There's all boulder gardens over there. Thankfully, I just have a couple here that I have to walk on. The trail is fairly easy to see for the most part. There was a part where I was like, I don't know which way to go. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see this like faded orange piece of trail tape on the tree that's lying on the ground. And I'm like, there. So I was going the right way, but for some reason I tried to turn and I would have ended up out there, which I don't want to be. Shouldn't have too much problems getting the canoe through, except that the yoke is now broken. One of the other side stripped a couple trips ago, and I fixed it. I had a knob at home that Jeff gave me, and I fixed it. It was fine. And I think this is the other side now. I can't tell, but you should see the blueberries here. Like, these are the most biggest, plumpest blueberries I've seen so far this trip, and I've seen some really big ones. Hold on, I'll flip the camera around. There's even better ones. I had to step on some of them. I felt so awful. But some of them are already starting to shrivel up. But there are some huge ones. Like, look under here. Like, look under there. Like, look at this. There's just like a whole handful. Like 2 seconds to pick that. Wait. I'm confused. Look how big they are. There was even bigger ones though. Like, look at how many. There's tons and tons and tons. And they're huge. Look at the size of these things. They're huge. This is my reward for these awful portages. This is the portage. I'm definitely procrastinating. This is going to be a problem. I got the backpack stuck on this. The canoe's definitely going to get stuck on it. I think out of the rest of the trail, it's the only place that I really have to clean. This is the part where I got confused. See, but you can see somebody's used a chainsaw and cut the tree there. You look at this. Look at it, it's just like falling over. There's so many berries on it and they're so heavy. It's one handful. They're so good too. Okay, there really isn't too much doubt anywhere. I fixed that one tree. I think there's one more that you have to climb over. Oh, you don't, I have to. Down here somewhere. It's 2:30. 7 hours since I left my camp. Still not at my campsite. Shorter portages and less paddling than yesterday. And yet I'm still out here. Hands are covered in soot. Not as bad as that portage I did on the Makobi Loop. The one before this was pretty bad. This one wasn't too bad. Once I cleaned up the couple of obstructions that I had, it wasn't too bad at all. Just a little tricky footing. You really have to watch where you step. There's so much debris on the ground and tree roots and branches. There's vines that are trying to trip you up, rocks, everything. So you have to really take your time and be careful. I'm procrastinating. I need to go. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Sooner or later, I gotta get there. Man, it's a long day. Tough day today. All right, it looks like the last portage that's on the map, as I should say, is up in the top right corner of the lake here, or I guess it's still the river, technically. So, we head that way, and hopefully it's a true 85 meter, and it's nice and easy, and bada bing, bada boom. Well, it's 2:40 on Saturday afternoon, and it's a gorgeous day here in Temagami. Just paddling through my last section of Gray's River before I do my last portage of the day into Gray's Lake. I think I found it, and I think it looks like a friendly portage. I'm not 100% sure. It's a little strange because it's on the right side, and I thought I would be going left, but I don't think that matters that much. Oh yeah, there's the sign. Okay. Alright, please don't be horrible and awful. Please, please, please. I'm really glad that's the last portage because that was horrible. It was fine until this. This is the last part. And I was doing okay until I got to here and I stepped on a rock and it moved and I dropped the canoe. Thankfully it landed right here and there's nothing jagged sticking out and I didn't hurt it. So it's at the other end, but yeah, it wasn't graceful at all. And somehow I cut my finger. I'm not sure on what. I really don't know. But it was bleeding a lot. It's stopped now, so it's fine. I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Oh, woo! Of course, sit on the log that's gonna break. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here for a second and have a drink of water and compose myself. And then I'll go get my pack and all the other things. Oh man. Whew. Made it. Good times. All right, it is 3:15. It is almost, oh my God, are you kidding me right now? Oh my God. I can't do anymore. I'm done. I'm done. Seriously, just get off of the rock. Oh. Seriously. Oh my God. All right, let's try this again. All right, it is 3:15 and I am on Gray's Lake. Finally. I really hope that is the last of the challenges of the day because I am just wiped. I was walking back with the pack, going through terrain that I've already walked through twice, nothing major, and my foot stepped in a hole. I recovered fine. I'm very good with stuff like that. I have really good balance, but it hurt a little bit. My foot's fine, but just the initial fall into the hole, and then my other foot just, you know, obviously braced myself, and even though I had the paddle in the hand and the yoke in my hand, I could still brace myself from hitting my face or anything, or like falling all the way down to the ground, but it was just uncomfortable. I hope that the campsite, the first campsite, is really nice, or nice enough that I can just stay there and lie down in my hammock. But we'll see. Well, according to my map, this is the campsite, the first one. I don't even see a sign on it. I'm gonna paddle to the next one. It's only 10-15 minutes up the lake. Hopefully there's something better there. If there's nothing there, then I'll just make something somewhere or make something there. Like one of them has to exist. I hope there's something that actually looks like a campsite somewhere. Yeah, there's some nice green trees that I'm assuming have regrown since the fire. And you can see here, I think that's the campsite there. And over here, there's all kinds of nice full-grown trees. Well, it's just a couple minutes after 4, and I'm getting excited because I think I actually see an orange campsite sign on the tree on that little patch of land there in front of me. You know, I'm glad I paddled all the way to the other side here because there's lots of greenery at this end of the lake. And even though the forest fire trees are all over, there's a lot of non-affected trees over there. And there's a cute little bay. Maybe I'll see a moose. I'm just gonna go up right there where the sign is, and looks like there's a little trail, and I'll check it out before I unpack anything, just in case there's a better landing somewhere else. Or a landing somewhere else. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.